man. Come on, bite Enid. Bite Tara. Bite, what's her name? What's her name? The other girl that annoys me. I can't think of her name, honestly. Bite Sadiq. I don't know why he's there, but bite him too.
And it's a four-leaf conversation, so keep the close ones around, like an ivy in the tree. Seems like we're all bound, seems like we're all bound. Like fire beneath our feet, there's no common
no fear, no fear. Blood, sweat, no tears. My God, God's grace, I'm here. Yeah.
Hey, what is up, you guys? It is Tyler. Welcome back to the Tyler Williams channel. Welcome to another video. I'm gonna keep my voice down because it is late at night, but this is your Walking Dead Season 8, Episode 13 review. Now, I must say, once again, Walking Dead delivered. This was a good episode. Following last week's episode, which was good, I said a lot of good things about it. There was one or two things I had negative to say about it, but overall, I said it was a good episode. This one I felt like was another good episode, if not maybe slightly better. Now, Walking Dead, as we know, is notorious for doing fight scenes. A lot of them is just, as I say, shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting. Everyone shoots and everyone misses. No one gets hit. Well, contrary to popular belief, in this episode, they were shooting and people were actually getting shot in this episode. Not only on the Savior side, but on the Survivor side. And not only that, but a major character could be dying because of it. And I'm going to be getting into that in this episode. So we open up with a shot of Sadiq, and he is talking to some doc. I don't remember who he was talking to or why he was talking to, why they were talking, but the first thing I noticed with the Sadiq character, and I didn't notice this when he was first introduced or the second time I saw him, but he got quite a lot of dialogue in this episode. But this made me dislike Sadiq way more than it made me dislike him when I first met him. You know, when you first meet Sadiq, Carl saves him, and in the end, Carl dies. So that's already a bad start. Third time I see him, and this guy, I shit you not, this guy, I believe, had the worst acting in the entire show. I don't know if he skipped acting classes. I don't know if he sucked off the right people and that's how he landed a spot on the show. But his acting was so apparent. And it was so subpar in comparison to everybody else. His voice was it was the same throughout. He lacked facial expression, and I felt like the same tone was kept throughout all of the things he said. Almost no emotion was delivered in anything he said. It was even in the first time I saw that, and I was like, maybe it's a bad scene, you know, but we got more scenes with Sadiq. We had a lot of scenes with Sadiq in this episode, and in each scene, when he spoke, I was like, this dude is not that good at acting. He should not have been selected for this role. So I usually don't do this, but I'm not gonna put the blame on the writers on this one. Because even if someone has shitty writing, because there is some shitty writing going on in this episode too. A lot of the dialogue is repetitive, stuff we've already heard. But even with bad writing, if the actor or actress portrays it in a good light and has good enough acting skills to make it sound even remotely powerful, then it's passable and it works. However, when you're dealt with bad writing and you're not good at acting, it definitely shows. And it showed with the Sadiq character. So I don't know who portrays the character. It's too late to recast. But anybody who does not like the Sadiq character, I want to take it up to the actor, because he should go back to whatever school of arts he went to, because obviously he skipped a few classes. But anyway, we're gonna get on to the rest of the episode. I just wanted to bring that up. I thought Sadiq just annoys me right now. Simon and the Saviors get ready to attack the hilltop. This was when I was talking about last week about there's going to be an iconic scene from the comic books. You see, the Saviors, it's nighttime, mind you, which was awesome because usually you don't see a lot of nighttime going on in these episodes. It's always daytime, but it wasn't really nighttime throughout the whole episode, honestly. So it was nighttime. Saviors show up in their trucks. It's just Simon and Daryl number 2 as the lead roles. Hey, look, I called him Simon. Trevor and Daryl number 2 as the lead roles. There was no Negan in this episode. I thought we were going to get Rick or Negan in this episode, but I was kind of surprised. So Simon and Daryl number 2 were like, Daryl number 2 is like, do you really want to go through with this? Negan didn't say we should do this. Wasn't Negan's plan. You're going against his word. Are you sure you want to do this? You're going to get a lot of backlash when he gets back. And he's like, well, he's not here. That makes me in charge, and we got to act now. And I can see where Simon's coming from, but Negan's not the type of guy where you should go against what he says. Just seeing from things he's done to his own saviors in the past. I don't know why Simon is going against Negan's word, but hey, he's in it for himself. You know what I think could happen? I could totally see Simon saying, you know what, I think I'm the leader here, and Negan has been taking a sideline. I think I could totally see Simon kicking Negan out of the saviors. Like, Simon gets too big for his britches, and he's like, you know what, fuck you, dude. I'm better than you. And he kicks Negan down, and everyone follows behind Simon, and Simon gets casted off to get arrested by, I don't know. I don't want to set up the scenario when Rick and Negan have to come to terms with each other. I don't want to set up that scenario, but I could definitely see it happening. Nonetheless, that conversation happened. Simon's like, we're going through with it. I don't care. And Maggie calls him up, and he's like, look, we got your people. Because remember, Maggie caught some of the saviors and has been keeping them there for a while, just feeding them and waiting for a trade. She's like, we got some of your people. Here's a trade. You tell your guys to leave, and I'll send you your people back. And Simon's like, nah, fuck that. I don't need those guys. They're used goods. Go ahead, kill them. Which I thought was just real fucked up. And Maggie's like, all right, they're not breaking. It's whatever. However, what we didn't expect was, well, everyone should have expected this. When it didn't break, Maggie's like, alright, go. And everyone just starts shooting at him. I'm like, oh, shit. Now I'm like, okay, people are obviously going to start missing and shit. Literally, first 5 seconds, 4 or 5 people go down. I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, they're no-name people. It's whatever. Some more people go down. Then the saviors start firing back. But this time with the arrows. I remember Negan told them to dip the arrows in the walker blood and dip the weapons in the walker blood. So now they're shooting arrows, and you're like, oh my god, they're about to start shooting infected arrows at people. And then you see the survivors start getting hit, and you're like, oh shit. Like, the realization didn't come to you until you started getting hit. Like, oh shit, they're real fucked now. And they're firing at them. Saviors are shooting at them. So you have that sense of intensity, that sense of urgency, because everyone is shooting at each other. But the saviors have an advantage because their weapons are contaminated. So they don't need to do much. All they have to do is hit somebody, leave, and watch them turn. And then the rest, they're just killing them from the inside. So they have the advantage there. And of course, the survivors don't know this yet. Rick's group doesn't know this yet. But they'll know pretty soon. So, they're fighting. Carol makes a very corny kill, but nonetheless, seeing Carol kill others was nice. In the process of her seeing kill someone else, she comes over, and I think she realizes that the doctor got shot. But of course, we know Sadiq is a doctor. So the Sadiq comes over, he starts talking, and I'm like, oh my god, someone get they mans. I don't know who decided to hire him, but they need their license revoked. I don't remember what he said because I kind of just tuned him out after a while. That's how bad his acting was to me. I want you guys to tell me down below what you guys think about Sadiq's acting, because honestly, I thought it was just real bad. Like, in comparison to every other character on the show, I'm willing to give new characters a chance. I'm not like, he's the new character, so I don't care. I'm willing to give everyone a chance. But you gotta bring something to the table. I get he's a doctor, but his acting is just ass. So I can't look past that. I don't know if you guys can, but I can't. I keep on bringing this up. I'm gonna stop bringing it up, okay? So now they're tending to the doctor. Everyone's shooting at each other. I believe someone throws an MPT grenade, which is one of those grenades where it stabilizes all the electricity in a place, and everything just gets shut down. All the lights get turned out, and it's just dead silent for like a good 10-15 seconds. It's just a shot of the hilltop. No one's moving, complete darkness, nothing's happening. You're like, what the fuck is going on? And then you see the saviors. They're behind a bus. They're creeping out slowly but surely. Like, come on, creep. Let's look for them. And at this point, I kind of already know what's about to happen. But I'm like, oh my god, this is about to be so awesome. So they're creeping. Next thing you know, deer in the headlights. The headlights from like near the hilltop come on. I think it's from some cars. And then you see a bunch of survivors just shooting at the saviors, and a bunch of bodies are going down. And you're like, god damn, like it is just non-stop action, and not just action that doesn't mean anything, because at this point not only have the saviors gotten shot, but the survivors are contaminated. So this is what I mean by action that's leading up to something. This is the type of action that I like. So I'm gonna give them credit where it's due. They're doing a good job. I'll give them, like I said, if it's a spade, it's a spade. If it's shit, it's shit. I'll call it shit. However, when they do good, I'm telling you that they'll do good. And they're doing good right now. Now, one of the things that was really, really interesting to see was in the middle of this shootout, Tara gets shot. Now, I'm not going to lie. When Tara got shot, I was a little excited. I got a little excited. I'm like, oh my god, finally, they're killing. Like, here's the thing. It's not that I don't like Tara, but I just think her character is so useless. Like, there's no reason for Tara's character to be there anymore. So seeing her possibly die is like, yes, finally, we're getting rid of some characters. You know, it's actually a war now because characters are dying. Like, a war is supposed to happen where characters die. So I'm like, yes, Tara gets shot. She's contaminated. Let's go. Now, what kind of set me off from this was the fact that Tara didn't really show any symptoms. But that's fine. You saw her get shot. Everyone starts to pop off because now one of the main characters gets shot. But then it kicks into high gear because Rick shows up. And Rick comes in with an AK-47 or something. He's blowing brains to pieces. He's getting his axe. He's killing people. I'm like, oh shit, when did Rick turn up? So then I'm like, if Rick turns up, then Negan's about to turn up. Negan never turned up though. But Rick's in there. He's killing people. He's chopping heads. He's putting bullets in heads. Just all out action right now. And then the survivors leave. I mean, not survivors. The saviors leave. And then it was a sad realization that all happened in that span of 20 minutes. And I'm like, oh boy. Oh boy, because if this was all 20 minutes and there's 40 minutes left, then obviously the last bit of this episode ain't gonna mean shit. But it actually went on, and it was actually pretty fine. There was some things that happened after it. You know, Tara got shot, so now there was a realization that, oh, Tara might be infected, but they don't know this because throughout the episode, they're trying to recover, they're trying to recuperate. Henry, the little kid that Carol and Morgan are basically parenting, he gets the bright idea, I'm going to take this AR-15, I'm going to go outside, I'm going to interrogate, because, you know, he's still looking for the person who killed his brother, whatever his brother's name, Benjamin or whatever. He's still looking for his brother's killer, so he goes out to that, the little yard area where Bag is keeping the saviors that she captured. She goes out there and she's like, all right, I want to know who killed my brother. And there everyone's like, man, you don't gotta do this, you know, you're just a little kid, put the gun down. He's like, and he a little badass, because he like, no, I don't care, I want to know who kills my brother, or bodies gonna start dropping, like, I need to know right now. And I'm like, damn, he ain't playing no games. And then the killer starts coming through. He doesn't know he's the killer, but he's like, are you the killer? And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Then this dumbass little boy decides to open the gates and go inside for himself. I'm like, oh my god, they're so fucked now. So now little boy's inside of the yard with the gun, and he's like, were you the person who did it? And then one of the saviors is like, hey man, I understand your brother died, mine died too, da 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 da. And he's like, look, either he tells me that he killed my brother, or some of these people about to start dropping to the floor. I'm about to count to 10. 1, 2. I'm like, this kid, one episode, made me like him more than I think I ever liked or appreciated Enid. So that should say a lot about her character. Nonetheless, while this happens, one of the saviors turned into a walker, and they bite each other, and they bite one of the saviors, and now everyone's scrambling. Then the dude tackles Henry, gets a hold of the gun, and they all escape. In the middle of them all escaping, we then realize that, oh shit, those arrows were really effective because there's people sleeping in the hilltop or whatever. And two of them turn into walkers. And when they turn into walkers and everyone is in the hilltop, they start biting people. Left and right, people are getting bit. Now, I thought what was really funny was that one of them turned into walkers. Now, you can hear a walker from a mile away. It doesn't take that long. But two people turn into walkers in the midst of this. They're walking around about to bite people. Not a single motherfucker woke up, opened their eyes, or acknowledged that there might be a walker in the house. How the fuck do you not hear a walker? I know for a fact, in The Walking Dead, ain't no way in hell all of them are that deep in a sleep. I'm sorry. That doesn't make too much sense to me. How are you in that deep of a sleep after what just happened? Not even that. You're in a Walking Dead apocalypse. There are zombies all around you. There's people chasing you down. You have to be on your A game. How are you sleeping so heavily that you can't hear a walker that's probably 10 feet away from you? That didn't make too much sense to me. It kind of bugged me for a second. Then to make matters worse, one of the walkers was trying to walk down the steps, fell down the steps. Not a single person woke up. I'm like, bitch, this doesn't make any fucking sense. This is just start. That's what I'm talking about. The writing don't make no damn sense. How the fuck did this person, this living person, he's not living, he's a walker, but how did this human body fall down the steps, and no one woke up? No one heard it. All of them were in that deep of a sleep? Are you kidding me? Fell down the steps, no one woke up. However, he bites someone starts screaming, ah! Then everyone, now you wake up. So now people are getting bit left and right. Everyone's alert. Everyone's trying to fight for themselves because now you don't know who got bit, who got hurt. No one knows what happened. They're like, well, everyone seemed fine. Why are people dying all of a sudden? You can't be dying from a goddamn bow and arrow wound. So after a bit of a discussion, they go into the room with the doctor because the doctor, obviously, he's looking sick. Carol goes in there, and she comes to the sad realization that her boyfriend, I don't know his name, I don't care because he was really irrelevant. We only got 2 words from him the entire season. Got bit by a walker, and Carol has to come to terms with killing him. And I know it probably hurt Carol to kill him, but it couldn't have hurt her that badly because how long were they dating? 2-3 months? In Walking Dead time, it's okay, Carol, you gotta stop getting attached to people because little Henry about to get himself killed. Your boyfriend got himself killed. Stop getting yourself attached. Stop falling in love. Stop fathering kid. Just keep to yourself, Carol, because you keep on getting attached to these people. I don't want you to commit suicide one day. Just don't attach yourself to these people anymore. But nonetheless, she killed her boyfriend. Rick, whatever, and some other people come in and are like, oh, we don't understand what's happening. How are these people turning? No one died. I mean, people did die, but I don't understand how this is happening. And they come to the realization that, oh shit, maybe they contaminated the walker weapons, or Enid brought it up or something. Enid actually being used now. So now they come to the realization that, oh no, people who got shot are infected, and that's what's happening. They look at the doctor. Doctor got shot, and that's Sadiq, one of the other doctors, and he's like, kill me, kill me. And then we get to the scene with Tara, because now they have to break it to Tara that they infected all the arrows, and you got shot, which means you're gonna turn. And I'm like, I'm gritting my teeth. I'm rubbing my hands together. I'm like, oh shit, here we go. And then the episode ends, and I'm like, are you fucking serious? Because you know what this means. All of you watching know what the hell this means. I did not watch the sneak peek because I already know what it's hitting for. Unless Tara's arrow was not infected, which wouldn't make any logical sense, this will mean that the next episode is going to be dedicated to Tara. We gotta dedicate the entire episode to Tara because she's been around since season 4. Fuck the whole dedicate shit to a fucking character. That I can't with that concept. They did it with Carl, it didn't work. It's not going to work with Tara either. Okay. If Carl was a main character who's been here since season 1, what the fuck will make you think that Tara, who, for all the better worth, has not been doing shit for 2 seasons, is gonna make me give a shit? Hell, if here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna check the sneak peek for next week's episode. If it even remotely looks like Tara is dying, I am not tuning into next week's episode. You can guarantee that. I am not gonna sit through an entire hour of a dedication to Tara before she died. I'm not sitting through that shit. So I'm gonna update you guys in the community if that's the case. But yeah, this was a good episode of The Walking Dead. Really liked it. The ending kind of bugged me out a little bit, but other than that, Siddiq's acting sucked. And yeah, that was it. Thank you guys for watching this review of The Walking Dead. Tell me what you guys think about the episode. Are you guys looking forward to it, the next episode in the season, whatnot? What do you guys think is going to happen? Let me know down below. Love you guys as always, and I'll talk to you later. Peace out.